All right, so astrology time. Shane here, daily-astrocat.com, and today is Monday, the 21st of July. We got our moon in Gemini. It's going to be void of course at 3:52 today, p.m. What's that mean? Well, void of course moons are pretty good, right? This is what we like, right? Today's a day of feeling good, all right? That edgy mood that crept into yesterday, yeah, it was kind of a little bit edgy, right? It's going to dissipate, and all we're left with is good news. I like that. This doesn't mean we have all the details. We have only been given the gist of the message. That's right. We were only partially there, but we don't need all the details. We don't need to fill it all in. We can fill it in as we work, as we move along, right? Get work done early today, though, because the need for more information. How the heck did that word? Information? Okay, the need for more information will not be met today. Today's keyword, however, is educator. All right, so got ourselves a work in progress here, it looks like, right? Okay, so let's talk about this. Our void of course moon, yeah, we're not going to have that much action, right? All positive stuff going on. Gemini is going to be reflecting very well with what's happening in Leo, with Mercury in Leo, even though it's retrograde, right? That's going to change because where it was kind of a little bit fraught with the sun being in Cancer and Mercury in retrograde in Leo, tomorrow we're going to have the sun actually going into Leo, and that's going to improve our Mercury outlook, right? Now, that's getting a little bit before the things, right? So our keyword today is definitely educator, and the color is a yellow sundress. The reception you get today is going to feel just a little bit on the back office side, right? Hey, don't worry though. Change, makes people nervous naturally, right? And there's some changes that are happening. Certainly some changes happening around here. So put your head down and do your job until you're told to do otherwise, right? In other words, don't put the cart before the horse. If you're in a position in a career or something where you're changing, just, it's not going to be like clouds will open up and you'll be Venus on the half shell rising out of the ocean. No, this stuff's going to happen gradually. And, until it does, if you're making a lateral move or something like that, then definitely stay. If you're making even if you're making an upward move, you still have to do what brought you to the dance, right? In the first place. So you make sure you get all that stuff done. Look, the game gets supercharged come Thursday with the new moon. All right, we're going to have the sun entering Leo tomorrow, and then we have the new moon coming up on Thursday as well. This is going to be very significant, and I really, really hope that you stay tuned here to daily-astrocat.com to get all the information on what's going on, right? But as far as today, take that cooling, that little bit of cool and that little bit of wary, what you doing? As a bit of respite, because things are going to get very, very busy. Okay? Getting busy on all sorts of front. Remember the two trains? Yeah, those trains are moving, and that third train as well. So we have to make sure that we're just doing what we're doing. Okay, so we're shown the way, and it's helpful. You're going to be shown the way, okay? Just trust me on that. Something is going to indicate what it is you should be doing. Now, does everybody know about it? No. Is everybody going to be like, no. There's work to be done here. There's something that has to be done, okay? And we're shown the way, and it's going to be very helpful for you. This is a time to remember the 3 trains on 2 tracks. Just said that, right? The moon has 3 aspects with 3 personal planets. The first is a sextile with Mercury. Okay? This reset is coming at the right time to facilitate professional development. Okay? What do you do professionally? It's a loaded question, right? 2 tracks, maybe 3 tracks, right? Got 3 planetary aspects, right? There's 1 track right there. The second is a conjunction with Venus, who's also going to be square Mars, right? We got some energy there that's working. We can feel that energy already because we can feel the tension just a little bit in our lives, right? There's an uneasiness. It may be that it needs to develop to the next level. Maybe this is part of the next level that it's developing towards with this Mercury retrograde stuff. Interesting, right? That's the second aspect. All right. And look, we're going to get a chance to make the most of our creative technology and take time to add more beauty to what it is that you choose to do. You can do that through the technology. You can do that through whatever. Just add it. And, chances are, won't be perfect the first time. It's okay. You're going to get a second go round at it, right? Mercury, retrograde, always rethinking, reworking, redoing, reviving, renewing. Rewords. That's our favorite way to describe Mercury retrograde. Retrograde starts with re. And Mars rolls around and is square with the moon. That's the third aspect, right? Everything doesn't have to be go, go, go. That square is telling us just, you know what? Chill. Let's just not force anything. Because if you try to force something, you're going to break it, right? Don't force it. Look, it doesn't have to be go, go, go. It's like breathing. Just in, out, the pause in between. Take your foot off the gas and just coast. All right? Now, there's no pressure. Just breathe. Listen to what is not being said. Symbols, speak. Tomorrow's symbols, shriek. So, make sure you stay hydrated today. Okay, so, with that being said, these things fascinate me, these events, because sometimes it's just like incredible how it can be so pinpoint. So on this date, July 21st, is it 21st? 20th? 21st. There we go. July 21st. In 365 AD, there was an earthquake on Crete. The earthquake was followed by a tsunami which devastated the southern eastern coasts of the Mediterranean, particularly in Libya, Alexandria, and the Nile Delta, killing thousands and hurling ships about 2 miles inland. All right? Now, the quake left a deep impression on the ancient mind, the late antique mind, right? And there's numerous writers at the time that referred to the event in their works. There's actually a complete description of the tsunami that was published, and it's very fascinating. People just basically, the water's receding and the ship's sitting on the floor of Alexandria Harbor, and people just going out and picking fish up and being like, oh, isn't this great? The sea, it came back. Yeah. Yeah, it did. All right, and our birth is one Ernest Hemingway. Born in 1899, he died in 1961. He's an American author. He wrote Old Man and the Sea. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature for 1954, and he's born in Oak Park, Illinois. And that's all we have for you, right? Okay, so appreciate and love every single one of you. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, hit the links below, subscribe, do all the nice stuff. Yeah, we're doing stuff. We're moving. Things are changing, right? You'll see some changes in the links down below as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Today is a 5. Happy astrocatting.